Hey friends all over the world, sorry about that. I need you to hear me real good on this one. I posted this earlier, but I had some problems with it, so I renamed it and I'm posting it again. This is an urgent message to pastors and leaders. Pastors and leaders, I have an urgent message for you. If you know a pastor, I want you to tag them in this message. If you know a leader, I want you to tag them in this message. And if you are a pastor or a leader, I want you to listen carefully and maybe share this with them. My first year in ministry, I almost died. Many of you know the story. I almost died my very first year in ministry, and I came under severe spiritual attack, severe warfare. And I didn't realize the warfare that I would experience as a pastor. And so I went through a lot. But I've come to understand in my many years of ministry that it is important that you don't allow ministry to kill you. In fact, let me put it this way. Ministry should not be misery. If you're miserable as a pastor, then you are not doing what God called you to do, I can assure you. If you're miserable as a pastor, you are not doing ministry. You are involved in misery. Hear me, friends. The rate of pastors dropping out of ministry, quitting ministry, getting divorces, children all over the place, homes in shambles. Something is wrong with the way we're doing this thing. It's not supposed to be like this. Jesus says, take my yoke upon you, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Now, we will face persecution. We will face challenges. We will go through those things. But some of this stuff is self-inflicted. I was watching a video from a pastor who, it's a viral video, and the pastor's talking about how he's burnt out, how he's scared that he's going to have a stroke in the middle of the night and he's going to, not survive. He's scared. And we're praising him, we're celebrating him, and we're saying, man, he's being transparent because burnout is real. But should it get to that point, though? I mean, I'm sorry. Hear me. Who told us? Who told us to function like this? Who told us that you're not supposed to have any joy as a pastor? You're not supposed to enjoy your life. You're not supposed to have any peace. You're never supposed to go on vacation. You're never supposed to do anything for you and your family. Who told you you can't have nothing and you gotta suffer? You gotta be a pauper and near homeless and all that. Who told you that? Who told you that? Who told us that pastoring had to be painful? I'm trying to talk to us today. I'm telling you. See, ministry's not killing you. People are killing you. It's not ministry killing you. It's your lack of balance is killing you. It's not, listen to this. It's not ministry inflicting this pain. It's your need to be something God never called you to be. You want to be the painter. You want to be the politician. You want to be the paralegal, the family counselor, the technology specialist, the videographer, the photographer, the media. You want to be everything. And because you're being everything, you're not able to be efficient in your assignment. I'm telling you, stop letting these billy goats kill you. You stressed over what people are saying and doing and thinking and the attacks. Listen, you have to unplug from the matrix and say, I'm not going to allow this to kill me. People get mad with me. Oh, pastor this and pastor that, and oh, look at pastor. He's dressing nice. He's driving a nice car, and I will continue to do that in Jesus' name. And I don't care what you say, because I remember when we were suffering, our children didn't have anything, and we trying to preach to a bunch of no good, rotten, rebellious goats, who after they're done with you, they're going to go to another church. After they've killed you, they're going to go on to their next victim, some other unsuspecting pastor who feels like he has to be everything to them. And then they're going to go to your funeral and eat Kool-Aid and cake at your funeral. Drink Kool-Aid and eat cake and shed tears. I really wish, this is something I really want the Holy Ghost to do. God, can you please grant a special privilege to pastors that when they die, that you will resurrect them for 15 minutes at their funeral. Just 15 minutes so that they can go off on everybody in there and tell them, y'all did this to me. I died. Y'all did this. Sister Betty, it was you who did this. You poisoned my cake. That's how I got here. And people think that I'm being carnal or I'm being petty. I'm not. I'm going to have longevity in ministry. I'm going to fulfill every day that was written in the volume of the book concerning my life. And I'm going to get there in one piece. When I get to heaven, they won't have to roll me there in a wheelbarrow. Are you listening to what I'm saying to you? Pastors, we got to change the way we're pastoring. The sense of false guilt and false obligation that have controlled so many of us, which is hurting the quality of our ministry. You know, somebody said something to me one time. They said, you know what happens, and I believe this to be true. I believe it was Dr. Keith Johnson that told me this. He says, listen, when you are not at your best, when you're pulled so thin, what happens is that you do not put forth quality. And when you don't put forth quality, you attract low quality. And it's absolutely true. You're supposed to be praying and letting God speak to you and giving you a word for his people and spending time in the secret place and meditating on the word and spending time ministering to your family. That's your primary objective. That's your primary objective. And you need to delegate authority. Some pastors are dying before their time because they're afraid to delegate authority to somebody else. You want to do everything, and nobody told you to do everything. You can't do everything well. It's not possible. Nobody does everything well. We can do a lot of things well, but it's better to focus on your core gifting and your core assignment and delegate responsibility for the rest of those things. You don't have to be the chief administrator. You don't have to be in every meeting. You don't. You can have some meetings can take place without you. You don't have to be at every meeting. You don't have to be at every meeting. You don't have to be at everything. You see? So I believe that the reason why a lot of leaders are being burnt out and they're being so And ministry is so devastating to them. I don't believe it's just because, oh, we're going through spiritual warfare. There is that. Or the devil's attacking me. There is that. Or that these things are just inbred or part and parcel with preaching or pastoring. And let me tell you something. Some pastors need to quit the ministry. Because number one, you weren't called to do it anyway. You did it because somebody appointed you to do it. You did it because that's what you thought was. You conflated preaching with pastoring. And preaching and pastoring are two different things. So you conflated preaching with pastoring, so now you're doing stuff you were never told to do. God never called you to do it, and it's wearing you out. Some people need to quit. But others need to change their approach. We need to change our approach to ministry. Ministry should not be misery. It can be fun. We can have fun. A lot of people get mad with me. Why are you always telling jokes? Because I'm not going to let you kill me. That's why. How about that? Huh? Is that okay, Cookie? Yeah. Oh, you're not supposed to be. It's supposed to be serious. And look at you. That's why you got Bell's palsy on the side of your face. Face look like this. And I'm supposed to follow your advice? No, thank you. I'm going to laugh. I'm going to have fun. Laughter is medicine. God knew what he was talking about. When we laugh, we release endorphins that help regenerate our body. I'm going to laugh, boo-boo. I'm going to laugh. I'm going to have fun. I'm enjoying my wife, my children. We all going to serve the Lord together. And if you don't like it, skedaddle. Seriously. That's how you have to pastor, friends. That's how you're going to have to pastor. Ain't no other way to pastor. Look at you. Some of y'all can't even last 3 years of ministry. You ready to quit. Something ain't right with that. I can't even tell you how many pastor friends I know that have had strokes and went into diabetic comas and cancer and arthritis and all kinds of stuff. Heart attacks. You 35 years old having a full heart attack because somebody told you you're supposed to be everything to everybody. Man, y'all better stop this. Don't do it. Save your pastor's life. And let me tell you this. Here, this is the last part of what I want to tell you. Listen to me. If you love your pastor, do something for them. Don't get up, past appreciation, and you want to give them a gift certificate to Chick-fil-A. No. Do something substantial for your pastor. I know Pastor Appreciation Month is October, but it shouldn't be a month. It should be a culture. It should be a lifestyle. Bless them. Bless them. Bless your pastor. Pray for your pastor. Minister to your pastor. If you have the ability to do so, do something nice for them. I'm not asking for me. I'm talking about you to do something for your pastor. If you want your pastor to be around and you want them to be at their best, sow into them. Pray for them. Minister to them. Do something for them. Don't just show up and you're out. Do something. See, pastors need encouragement. Pastors need encouragement. They need to be celebrated, not just tolerated. They need to feel like they're making a difference in your life. Your presence, your attendance encourages your pastor. When you show up all the time, every time they turn around, they see your face, that encourages your minister, your leader. So anyway, share this with somebody and maybe save a pastor's life.